It's the truth, guys. The title is the truth. Single women need guidance. Obviously, even women in relationships need guidance too, even if they don't tell you that. But a lot of these single women, they really do need guidance, man. Like, for real, for real. One example I give you is in the gym. You know what I'm saying? Like, these women don't know what they're doing in the gym. A lot of these women just copy what they see on workout videos, and what they don't understand is a lot of the stuff that they're seeing doesn't work for them. Just because it works for one person does not mean it's going to work for you, especially depending on your body type, depending on what your goals are, and depending on how you're eating, which is another thing. These women need guidance on what they're eating, man. A lot of women eat too many carbs, man. They're eating too many carbs. They're putting too much sugar into their body, you know. A lot of fast food, a lot of fried foods and stuff like that. These women really, really need guidance. A lot of times I be in the gym, guys, and women just be staring at me. Like, not only I feel like are they staring at my physique because they find me attractive and my physique looks good, but also because I could tell, women would like to be trained. Like, a lot of women would like a personal trainer, but they don't know who to ask. They want somebody that's local. A lot of women don't like online coaching. I know a lot of these people do online coaching, but a lot of women want one-on-one coaching. And sometimes they may look at you in the gym because they may want you to coach them, but they scared to approach. They nervous to ask, especially if they don't think you're a trainer. But a lot of times that could be your way as a man to start a conversation with a woman and find out that this woman is actually willing to be led, especially if you find her attractive or there's some type of interest there. But you got to start somewhere, man. I'm noticing a lot lately these women are like owls, man. They just be looking left and right. You could tell who's single when you're out and about, not just even in the gym, man. You could just tell when you're in a grocery store, when you're a lot of clothes shopping is one of those things where, women are kind of focused, but at the grocery store, man, that's another way. Even though women are grocery shopping, they still be having their neck on a swivel. You know what I'm saying? And I stand out. I don't want to make this video about me, but I stand out, man. A lot of times I go out and a lot of dudes just aren't, just aren't put together. You know what I'm saying? If these dudes look decent in the face, then they're not wearing the right clothes, or if they got a nice physique, then they don't have a decent face. A lot of dudes don't have a decent full package. That's why a lot of times when dudes talk about being the best version of yourself, I love that. I love hearing that because that should be your goal. And a lot of dudes are not the best version of themselves, man. Like, they're halfway there or 75% there, but that 25% that's missing, it makes a difference and it will complete them, man. But yeah, man, even women are coming up online, man. I'm seeing different TikTok videos that are being reposted onto YouTube about women talk about they're willing to be led and men don't approach them and stuff like that. And it's like, for years, these women had the independent boss mindset. And when you have that independent boss mindset, then you don't feel like you need to be led, A lot of these women feel like they make the money, they have the credentials as far as their education, and they feel like they're strong black women, But they realize they've been having this mindset for so long, and it's gotten them nowhere. Especially when they have gotten with men that tried to lead and they were hard-headed. Then they want to double back. Oh, I'm ready now. Now after they're washed up and been ran through, and they done gave up their good years. And they've been using caked up heavy makeup on for so long that when they take the makeup off, it ages them. Bags under their eyes, skin is getting wrinkled, blemishes, That's why if you come across this video as a woman, you need to decide now. If you still look good, if you still have your youth and your body and stuff like that, you need to decide now what type of man you want to be with. What is your long-term goal? And in general, I feel like as a woman, you should want to be led. You should want to get with a man who's a leader, who's a fully masculine heterosexual male, who believes in God, who puts God first, family second, and just has all the leader qualities, man. Because I'm not going to lie, there's a lot of young men right now that hold those qualities. There's a lot of young men that hold those qualities, man. Yeah, there's a good amount of dudes, young men still playing, but there are some men that are very mature for their age. I'm starting to see it. And I feel like a lot of these women, you need to scoop them up while you can. As a woman, scoop them up while you can. You know, don't fall into this boss chick mindset where your education, I got to worry about my education, men ain't going nowhere, they'll always be there. Don't stick with that mindset, because in the long run you're gonna regret being that way. I know you may see other women who are very successful, who have the nice car, who have their own home, who are not struggling to pay their bills, you know, who have very nice clothes and could just go shopping and have all these fancy dinners. I know you're seeing this stuff. You're like, man, these women are doing it on their own without a man. But every woman, even those women get to a certain point where they want to share that with someone. But not just anyone. They want a certain type of man. A lot of these women want a strong, masculine man. And that strong, masculine man, 9 times out of 10, is going to be a leader. But that man is not going to want you after you're washed up and been ran through. You know? And been having your fun. He wants you when you are in your prime. He wants you when you're in your prime. And you got to be willing to get with his program and make his life easier and align. Because once you make his life easier, your life is easier. They've always said happy wife, happy life. Man, that is not true. That has gotten women nowhere, and that have gotten men nowhere. I'm telling you. A man who has the mindset happy wife, happy life is always putting his wife first over himself. But if you continue to put your woman first over you, you're going to lose yourself. And eventually you're just going to fall apart. You're not going to be able to take care of her the way you were. I'm telling you. Think about it. If you put all your effort into one person and put yourself last, don't you think eventually you're going to break down? Don't you think eventually you're going to get worn out because you keep putting somebody first before you? You got to make sure that you're doing good so you can continue to take care of that person. There's only but for so long you can put that person first. At some point, you got to have to put yourself first. That person's going to have to pick up their own slack, man. Maybe sometimes that person's going to need to put you first. That's what 50-50 is all about. Yeah, we could talk about finances, but let's just talk about in general about each person doing their part so that one person doesn't feel overwhelmed. The heavy load isn't all on them. That's what 50-50 is. Maybe for a month, I'm taking over. Next month, you take over. We go back and forth. You know? But a woman who is willing to be led, she will understand that. She will understand that there are sometimes her man is going to be too busy. He's going to be preoccupied. He's going to be focused on the finances, where she's going to have to, all right, what can I do to make it easier while he's focused on continue to build for us? Let me make sure dinner is ready. Let me make sure his clothes are ironed or steamed and ready to go for the next day. Let me plan out his schedule for next month so he doesn't have to do it. When a woman is being led by an actual leader, she's gonna want to help out. And it's gonna feel right. It's gonna feel normal. But when a woman has had this boss chick mentality, I could do it myself, I don't need to be led by a man. Even when she decides, all right, I'm ready to be led, I've been playing too much, she's not gonna know how to align with his program because she's so used to doing things on her own. She doesn't know how to help. She doesn't know how to be an addition. So that's why, again, I'm telling you, females, before you get into a bunch of serious relationships, or before, while you still have your good looks, do it now. That's what you should be looking for. You should be looking to be led, man. And fellas, if you're watching this as a man, you see these women that, are kind of younger in the age. I'm not talking about close to like a teenager or stuff like that, but you see a woman that's young in the age and has a nice body, and you think that maybe she's stuck up. A lot of times these women are not as stuck up as you think. A lot of times, man, these women are looking to be led. They're looking to be led by a guy just like you, man. So, yeah, fellas, man, unfortunately, yeah, we want women to approach more. I feel like women should approach more, but we got to start approaching more, a lot more. Start approaching by the woman you keep catching looking at you. Again, whether that's in the gym, the grocery store, bookstore, maybe it's a place you frequent to get your coffee or your sandwiches. Start paying attention, man, who's an owl and neck is always on a swivel and you happen to meet eye contact. But especially in the gym is a good way to show a woman she can be led. I'm telling you right now, I've done it before. You see a woman that don't really know what she's doing, and you know you got the physique and you know what you're doing, you can start there. I see you're not doing that right. Can I just show you a better way to do it effectively? How often do you come here? What's your goals? Like, are you trying to lose a certain way? Are you trying, like, someone tell you, I'm trying to get my butt bigger. I'm trying to get, upper body strength, which a lot of women don't have. You could help them out. And then you realize, wow, this woman is actually willing to be led. Yes, it's a small step. It's a baby step. But yeah, in the gym, a woman willing to let you help her work out and improve her physique, that is a sign of a woman that's willing to be led. And you can start there and go from there, man. All right, guys. So, hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Comment down below with any of your thoughts, anything I missed out in this video. And yeah, man, let's run this channel up. Let's continue to run it up, man. I see slowly is growing, but the videos aren't getting the likes and the comments that I would like, man. But it is what it is. They ain't gonna stop nothing. We can continue to keep pushing and continue to keep dropping videos, man. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace and love.